Nintendo Switch 2 quickly became home to unforgettable games. In this video, we've compiled a list of standout titles that every type of gamer should experience, distinguished by their gameplay and the feeling they evoke. Whether you want to get lost in expansive worlds, seek fast-paced races, or enjoy a deep solo experience, this list offers strong options. What they all have in common is that they are engaging games that keep you hooked and memorable when you put them down. Here are the best Switch 2 games that every gamer should definitely play. Donkey Kong Bananza stands out with its physically immersive game world that showcases the power of the Switch 2. The destructible environmental design isn't just a visual detail, it's central to the gameplay. The shattering of walls, the cracking of the floor, and the responsive behavior of surrounding objects make exploration more intuitive and free. Donkey Kong's heavy yet controlled movements make you feel the weight of every punch and jump, ensuring the gameplay never loses momentum. Transitions between underground areas, tropical regions, and more confined spaces flow naturally. Thanks to the Switch 2's performance, fluidity is maintained even in crowded scenes, and particle effects and lighting keep the environment constantly alive. The general consensus among players is that the game constantly fuels the sense of exploration and draws the player in without overwhelming them. While the difficulty level often progresses comfortably, Bananza presents the Donkey Kong universe within a modern framework, making it one of the strongest starter games in the Switch 2 library. Hollow Knight Silksong on Switch 2 offers an experience that appears simple at first glance, but reveals its depth as you play. The game's visual language seems minimalist, but the fluidity of the animations and the consistency of environmental details make the world feel constantly alive. Hornet's movement set is fast and agile, making exploration more fluid. A natural rhythm develops between wall climbs, sudden jumps, and attack transitions. Combat relies on both reflexes and timing, and every enemy demands attention. Thanks to the Switch 2's performance, animations are smooth, input lag is imperceptible, and the tempo doesn't drop even during long game sessions. A point frequently mentioned by players is that Silksong presents the difficulty fairly and strongly conveys a sense of mastery as you progress. The map structure keeps the player engaged, and hidden areas and side paths reward exploration. With its silent narrative and balanced gameplay, Hollow Knight Silksong offers a flawless experience that leaves a lasting impression without being flashy, and is a must-have in any Switch 2 library. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition elevates the game from day one by offering the chaos and weight of Night City in a single package. The city design feels alive, with crowded streets, neon-lit alleys, and quiet back streets. Freedom of gameplay is one of its strongest points. Players can choose to engage directly in combat, infiltrate, or control the environment through hacking. The storytelling isn't rushed. Characters unfold gradually, and side quests offer meaningful details that support the main story. Players frequently emphasize that the Ultimate Edition now offers a more balanced and consistent experience. The feel of weapons is satisfying, dialogues flow naturally, and simply exploring the city becomes an experience in itself. Having learned from its mistakes, Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition, with its deep world and free-flowing gameplay, deserves its place on this list as a powerful and lasting experience. Hades 2 on Switch 2 offers an experience that stands out with its fluidity and crisp control. Melanoa's playstyle is more cautious but incredibly fluid, leading to victories not just through reflexes but through sound decision-making. Ability choices and bonds with the gods directly influence the tone of progression, making each encounter meaningful. Combat is clean and legible, animations are sharp, and control remains consistent even during intense moments. The storytelling doesn't force itself upon the player. Dialogues and character interactions flow naturally into the gameplay. A frequently mentioned point among players is the game's strong sense of satisfaction, even in short play sessions. Hades 2, with its fast-paced gameplay even when handheld, delivers a compelling and unput-downable experience on Switch 2. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is a game that clearly demonstrates just how crucial atmosphere can be on the Switch 2. As you progress through alien planets, the silence of the environment, the distant metallic sounds, and the echoing footsteps in confined spaces constantly compel the player to be alert. The game establishes a sense of solitude subtly but consistently, without rushing exploration. The lighting system naturally restricts visibility in dark areas. Even the light reflecting off Samus's armor feels like part of the environment. Combat is controlled and precise. Weapon switching is fast but doesn't feel complicated. Thanks to the Switch 2's performance, area transitions are smooth, details are legible, and visual integrity remains unbroken. The most praised aspect among players is the game's ability to let the player control the pace and truly reward exploration. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond preserves the spirit of Metroid Prime while combining it with modern techniques, offering a flawless experience that enhances with patient play and is a must-have in any Switch 2 library. Split Fiction offers an experience that gains meaning and centers around teamwork. The game explores two writers trapped in their own imaginative worlds, constantly shifting between science fiction and fantasy themes. These transitions aren't just visual changes, they directly impact gameplay. One level emphasizes reflexes and timing, while another prioritizes communication and coordination. The game doesn't allow for solo progress. Each obstacle requires two players to work together. This is what sets Split Fiction apart from classic co-op games. A common sentiment among players is that the game strengthens communication and creates a shared sense of accomplishment. The levels are neither unnecessarily long nor rushed. The tempo is consistently balanced. Split Fiction, a special experience that amplifies its impact when played side by side, feels incomplete without it, and therefore deserves a solid place on this list. Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 Edition transforms Hyrule into a calmer yet deeper experience. Instead of telling the player what to do, the game lets them feel what they can do. Transitions between sky islands, underground areas, and open surfaces flow naturally, never interrupting the sense of exploration. Systems like Ultra Hand and Fuse are designed not just for solving puzzles, but for the player to create their own solution. Even building a simple bridge feels like a personal decision. Environmental details are clearer, the field of view is cleaner, and fluidity is maintained during extended playthroughs in Switch 2 Edition. A frequently mentioned point is that the game doesn't force a fast pace and keeps the player's curiosity alive. Tears of the Kingdom, with its structure that offers freedom without overwhelming the player, creates an unforgettable experience that grows as you play and reveals something new with every turn. Mario Kart World combines the familiar racing feel of the series with a broader and more interconnected structure. Tracks are no longer just start and finish lines. They feel like living spaces, integrated with their surroundings. Free roaming allows the game to move beyond simply winning races and instead fosters a sense of exploration. The driving mechanics are familiar but more balanced, and the drift system offers a satisfying flow as you master it. Objects still create chaotic moments, but outcomes aren't entirely based on chance. Crowded races maintain their pace on every lap, and being ahead or behind constantly changes. A key feature loved by players is that the game remains fun even during short play sessions. Mario Kart World offers an experience that keeps the competition engaging without being overly competitive, and its impact is amplified when played with friends. Fast Fusion offers a racing experience centered on pure speed and constantly testing reflexes. The game is built more on rhythm and timing than classic track racing. Color-based speed lanes and energy management create a driving style where simply accelerating isn't enough. Changing colors at the right moment towards corners, maintaining speed, and staying on track on unforgiving tracks form the basis of the game. Vehicles don't feel heavy on the ground, but the sense of weight isn't lost. Even at high speeds, the feeling of being in control is maintained. The Fusion system allows you to combine vehicles and create different characters, creating a trial-and-error experience rather than a simple progression. Players frequently emphasize that the game's tempo never drops, and even short races require intense focus. Fast Fusion combines the spirit of arcade racing with a modern structure, resulting in an experience that demands complete concentration, not a relaxed pace. Kirby Air Riders offers a racing experience that prioritizes fun without overwhelming the sense of speed with complex controls. The game stands out with its seemingly simple yet deep driving mechanics. Beyond throttle, steering, and timing, there are no extra systems that tire the player, ensuring smooth and fast-paced races. Speed zones, sudden turns, and the chaos created by rivals require constant alertness as you progress through the tracks. The colorful design, characteristic of the Kirby universe, keeps the tone of the races light while maintaining a competitive spirit. Even when played handheld on Switch 2, the controls remain clear, and short races can be played back-to-back. A key feature loved by players is that the game doesn't act like a serious racing game, but still provides a strong sense of satisfaction when you win. Kirby Air Riders offers a light but memorable experience that's energizing when played with friends and keeps you entertained with its fast-paced gameplay when played solo.